Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are having a splendid day as per usual. For today's video, well, firstly I did want to mention I think this look should already be up on Instagram if I'm not mistaken. So if you guys want the deets, of course it's always linked below, but also like a pic on Insta. It should be there. For today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys my last declutter of 2021. I didn't know if I wanted to do another one of these kind of videos, but then I was looking through my drawers and I'm like, you know what? There are still just a few goodies here and there that I would love to get rid of. So I did a video like this, I want to say about 2-ish weeks ago. It's basically where I go through each and every single drawer of my makeup collection and I declutter 2 items. I could declutter more, but I typically focus on 2 per category. So cream blushes is 1, bronzers, regular powder blushes, foundations, concealers. 2 doesn't seem like a lot, but I think it's still a good way for me to kind of go through my drawers, see what's going on. I recently did huge declutters of every category anyway, so it's not like I have tons to get rid of in every category per se. Besides maybe foundations, I could definitely get rid of maybe like 10, but we're gonna stick to 2. And again, like it's not that much, but I feel like it's still something, and I feel still a drop lighter after I do these kind of videos. So I will have most of the items linked on my Poshmark, so that'll be linked below if you guys want to purchase anything. Of course, if it was purchased by me. And you guys know 10% of that always goes to charity, any money that I make. Also, I will leave my declutter playlist down below in the description box as well if you guys want to see anything in depth. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so we're starting off with this really cute mug actually that Emma gifted me. She's so cute. And on the tea bag, it says there is pleasure in the pathless woods. Love it. Okay, so as you guys know, here is basically where I keep all of my makeup. Really excited for this. I think I have an idea of kind of like what I want to get rid of. So let's get started with the foundations. This drawer needs some love ASAP, needs some organization, needs something. But I think the 2 foundations I'm going to get rid of are firstly this one right here from Huda Beauty. This is the Glowish Multi-Dew Skin Tint. I felt like this was just okay. I like the coverage it gave, but I felt like it emphasized a lot on my face, like in regards to texture. And it showed too much. I really wasn't comfortable with it. I used it in a few different ways, and it's just not my preferred like tinted moisturizer, foundation type of product. There are other ones that I enjoy more, and I do have a decent amount of pores, and I just feel like I just wasn't having it with this. So unfortunately, I'm gonna go ahead and declutter this one. Let's see here. Looking at the drawer, so this is a new one that I just purchased recently in my Sephora haul. I still didn't have a chance to use it. This I love, I use it all of the time. I think I want to get rid of maybe this, or let's do this one, by Essence. Not because it was bad, I just feel like it's definitely a little bit more on the older side. For sure 3-4 years old. I remember purchasing this, I think when I moved into this place. That was a minute ago. So this is the Fresh and Fit Awake makeup. I actually don't even know if they make it anymore. I did like the coverage. It gave a glowy effect to the skin, but it did oxidize a bit. So if it's available though, I think it's a good one if you have dry skin. It's very pretty on, but because it's a little more on the older side, I'm gonna say goodbye to that one. So hopefully in one of my next videos, we're gonna do like an organizational video. So not that this is like messy necessarily, I just feel like it could look easier on the eyes. Now, we got rid of 2, not much, but 2 is still something. Next, moving on to my concealer drawer, and in here, I definitely know I'm gonna get rid of this by Fenty. So this is there's a Rose Quartz Bright Fix concealer / brightener. So I thought I would like this. I think it did an okay job at brightening, but I just kind of felt like it looked very drying under my eye area, and it didn't sit well when I applied concealer on top of this. So I feel like for me also, I don't have much darkness. I actually just have like a lot of puffiness. I don't feel like it's necessarily necessary per se. I'm happy that I tried it, but I know it's not for me, so I'm going to declutter that. I think I used it like 2-3 times, so it's still fairly new. I have these by Essence, if anything, so I think I like these actually a bit more. For concealer, I think I am going to declutter this because as you guys can see, it's such a deep shade. And I typically use deeper concealers from time to time, but this is just like next level deep for my skin tone that it just never really works. Love the consistency and I love the concept, but so hopefully I'll pick it up in a lighter shade, but I think I'm going to say goodbye. It's just been sitting here not doing much, but yeah, I have like my shade tape, which I love. The closest one is pretty good. I really enjoyed these by Catrice. They're the new concealers. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it from here. Then we have my primer drawer. This drawer also needs a bit of love, but I will tell you what I'm going to get rid of. So first up is going to be this right here from Benefit. This is their Pearl Primer. I do love a lot of their primers. I just feel like some of them are like almost the same. Like this reminds me of like the regular Professional. Doesn't give me much of anything else. I do like the OG, so I mean that's a good one, but I don't feel like this one does anything too special. And I have this one as well by them, and I prefer the hydrating one just for my skin type. And also I have other like pore filling primers and stuff, and this is more pore filling, not as hydrating. The other one is better for me, so I'm gonna declutter this. Cute packaging though. I think they're coming out with even like a newer one. I'm excited to see what that's about. And then I have these three, which I feel like they're pretty much all the same. And like I showed you, I have like the Benefit one, so a lot of hydrating primers. I like to have a mixture of different things just in case I'm doing someone else's makeup, or you know, it's a different time of the month, year, and my skin is either a little more drier or a little bit more, not oily, but you know what I mean. But I think this is a bit excessive when it comes to the hydrating primers. I think I'm going to declutter the True Blend one by CoverGirl, and I'm going to keep these. I haven't given this enough love, the Catrice Prime Fine, and I don't know, it looks good, so I need to love you more. So I'm going to get rid of that, and I think that's pretty much it for this drawer. You know what? I think I'm going to declutter this too. This is like old. I think I'm going to toss this one. This was very nice. It was so popular for a while. It did a great job at filling in my pores, but I didn't feel like it was the bestest pore filling primer. It was okay. It was just okay for me. I think if you have maybe oily skin, you might like this more. Yeah. Okay, next we have blushes. And I honestly love that I'm doing these videos because I feel like truly like I'm loving my collection because I don't feel like it's as excessive as it used to be, you know? Still a lot, let's be real, to an extent. I guess it's all relative. But, you know, okay. So anyways, I have these Ofra palettes, which I really love. So I'm going to keep those. This is questionable for me because I do love Hourglass quality powders, but I just don't like how tiny these are. The blush in here is really pretty, and that's mainly why like I really want to keep this. But like for the face powders and bronzers, which is mostly what's included in here, it's just difficult to get like you know, all the product I need on a brush. So for now we're gonna keep that. I think I'm gonna get rid of some goodies in here. So I have 4 of these from Tarte. Whoa. So these came in a kit for holiday. I don't necessarily feel like I need all of them. They are significantly different, but I have like a bunch of other ones that look the same as these on the skin. So I'm gonna get rid of this one. It's not a shade that I typically wear. This is in Exposed. It's like a deeper nude. We're gonna say goodbye to that. And then I think I'm gonna declutter this one as well. Wait. You know what? I don't like these kind of colors, really. The rosy tones, you guys know it's not my speed. This is in Charmed. It's actually not that rosy now that I'm looking at it. It's more peachy. Reddish. This is more like nude. You can see the differences. This right here is called Captivating. I do like both colors. And then this one is gonna be called Delight. So I actually think I'm going to declutter Delight. Now looking at all of them, I feel like the outer packaging doesn't necessarily indicate the shade of the blush. Like it looks kind of off. But I'm going to declutter this one because it actually is not a shade that I typically wear. I think it's a bit too deep. And these I'm sure I could build up if I want to. So I'm going to declutter this and keep these 2 little ones. Oops. So yeah, I have options of little ones if I'm interested in using those like for traveling and stuff. I'm going to say goodbye to that as well. Put these back by Ofra. Next, we have cream blushes. So if you guys have been watching my channel for any length of time, you know that I like to put my cream blushes in a separate drawer just because, you know, then everything is not like so stuffed. And I kind of like the fact that if I'm reaching for a cream blush, I could see like what I have and I don't have to kind of go through the products. So most of these items, most of these blushes I love. There are 2 that I know I'm for sure getting rid of. One of them is this right here by the LYS brand. This is a new brand to Sephora, and this is in the shade Confident. I did pick it up initially for the shade name. I just felt like it kind of like resonated with me. Here's what the shade looks like. I typically don't reach for such shades. I thought it might work out, but it is a little bit too dark for my liking, and it doesn't blend as well, I would say. So I think I'm gonna declutter that, but I do like the formula and I wanna see what other shades they have in the line because I think the brand is really cute. This looks nasty already. It's kind of gross, but it's my favorite ever from Tower 28 in Magic Hour. You need it. I think I'm also gonna declutter this by Merit. So this is like the same type of color as the LYS blush. It's like a wine type of shade. Yeah. So, I got this in a Sephora Favorites kit, so it's not one that I picked, but I want to see what other shades I have in the line with this as well. I do like the formula, but this shade just wasn't one that looked the bestest on my skin. And I think that's pretty much it for this drawer. I want to say I'm happy with everything else that I have here now. I kind of want to finish this, if I didn't say that already. Alrighty, let's move on to bronzers. In regards to bronzers, I love my collection because I feel like it's a solid amount. I pretty much use everything here for the most part, But I think I'm going to declutter this one right here by Maybelline. It's the Fit Me. It's actually a foundation, but I just use it as cream contour. So this specifically is in coconut. I think it actually worked really, really nicely for cream contour. So I might pick it up again. I enjoyed using it on myself and on others when I did their makeup. It's a little bit more like on the warmer side, but really good still. Regardless, we're going to declutter that. I actually maybe want to pick up even another one to see how it would work out for like a foundation in my shade. But I will declutter that, and then I feel like I haven't given enough love to these by e.l.f. So I don't really want to declutter them just yet. I think they're pretty good. Oh, okay. I wanted to declutter this by e.l.f. because I feel like it keeps going through my declutters and I just never end up using it, even though it's really, really pretty. And it does work out really nice. It's just not a duo that I reach for. I think the bronzer is beyond warm and it looks a bit much on the skin. And the blush is pretty, but I have other shades like that. And I think I'm okay, like without this one. With everything else in here, like this I use all the time. These are actually pretty good from Physicians Formula. They actually work out really well. I do like this one a lot. Very comparable to a lot of like high-end bronzers. And yeah, okay, I think that's pretty much it. I'll put these little ones in here. Love it. Okay, then moving on to this drawer here is where I keep my highlighters. Honestly, for this drawer, I'm not really sure. I've been trying to finish this up. It's my favorite ever. I showed it to you guys in a like makeup products I'm almost finished with. So the bronzer shade actually broke, but with the other shades, I totally went through them and I'm obsessed. So that's really good. Gonna keep that. I think I'm gonna say goodbye to this though. I feel like this keeps like making it through my declutter videos and I just never end up using it. It's from Charlotte Tilbury. It's the Bar of Gold highlighter. I think that this was recalled because, you'll see, it's a bar of gold, right? Really, really pretty. But the problem with these was that they kept falling out of the packaging. So it's a really pretty shade. It's not broken. It does work well, but I think that that's why they stopped selling it. But I don't really use this. It's a really nice shade and it's a gold, but not overly gold. So I do like that, but I just never reach for it because it's not available anymore, really. So we're gonna declutter that one. Okay, the next highlighter that I think I'm gonna declutter is this one by Wet n Wild. So I do really like this, but it's been in my collection for a while and it's just really not one that I reach for. There are other ones that are very, very similar to this that I enjoy. Like I really love my Ofra highlighters. They have a bunch of shades in the line. Great formula. And then like if I really want to use a drugstore highlighter, I do really enjoy this one by Maybelline more maybe than the Wet n Wild. The Wet n Wild is good, but I feel like it had its time and place and now it's just maybe, yeah, so I just really don't gravitate towards it. So I think I'm gonna declutter that too. So yeah, I'm really happy with this little selection. Good stuff, and I have my creams here. I mean, there are probably a few other ones that I could declutter, but I think I'm gonna save it for like a massive declutter. Then we have eyeshadow palettes, which is always the best part. So here's what we're working with in this drawer. And then for this one, I've been using this a lot and this a lot lately. The Melt palette is pretty good. Okay, so I was gonna declutter one of these trios by Natasha Denona, but a part of me kind of wants to keep them to see if she's gonna release more. And if she does, I would like to have the collection. So I'm gonna keep those for now. But I will declutter this by ColourPop. Okay, focus, yeah. Mainly because actually I have one palette that's so similar to this, and I prefer the other palette, which is this palette right here by Persona, and this is the Color Theory Copper palette. So I actually enjoy this one because the quality is a bit better. I like the looks I create with this one a bit more, and it's easier to work with, I guess. And then with this one, it's still really pretty, but I think I prefer the other one. So I'm gonna say goodbye to this, but it is in Crush. And then I think I'm okay parting ways with this one from ColourPop as well. These came in their mystery boxes, which was pretty cool because you got a bang for your buck. But this is in She's a Natural. It's really nice, but I don't find that I use this as much as I would like, you know? There are other like brown tones that I enjoy more than this, even though this actually, it's actually pretty good when it comes to quality because a lot of this stuff could be hit or miss. I think I'm okay without it though, so I'm gonna declutter this one. Okay, then on this side, okay, so I'll show you. Here I just have like some hair stuff. I think those two drawers are empty. Moving to this drawer here, I have my lip balms. So I did recently do a full in-depth lip balm declutter video, and I'm pretty happy with what I have here, but after that video, I tried out a few other ones, and I'm like, you know what, there are still like one or two that I would love to say goodbye to. So this right here by Eve Lom, I just really don't reach for, I don't use. It's not one that I gravitate towards, and I don't really like enjoy it. So I'm gonna part ways with that. And then here, like on my bedside table, I did put just a few newer ones that I wanted to, you know, use, and the Milk Makeup one is good, but I don't know, I feel like compared to other ones that I have, I just don't like this one as much as the other ones. Like the Laneige one is so good, and the Fresh one is amazing, but this one is not as good as those. It's okay, but I just feel like I'm okay parting ways. I think I might use this for my cuticle or something. So I think that's pretty much it for this one. I still have to purchase some like clear lip balms, but so if you have any recommendations, let me know. Next we have this drawer here, which just has like a bunch of like lipsticks. There really is no rhyme or reason. I have to organize it like ASAP because it's kind of messy. But I think I am going to declutter this right here by Becca because it was limited edition. You can't get it anymore, even though the quality was really good. Kind of still wish it was available. But yeah, it's not, so we're going to say goodbye. This is in the shade Taupe. It's like a taupey brown. So the next lipstick I think I want to declutter is this one from Urban Decay. Focus. Yeah. So this is one of their cherry lipsticks. Focus. Okay. In the shade Cherry. Focus. I think it was limited edition. I want them to come out with other shades like this. If you guys have any like maybe dupes, let me know, because it's like a cherry gorgeous wine color, and I actually do like these, but there are other ones that I have that I like, so it's fine, but I think I'm ready to part ways. Here you guys can see what the shade looks like. Okay, moving on to this drawer here. This is typically where I keep my glosses, but as you can see, there is a little bit of a mess here. I want to go in depth with like all of the glosses and lip liners and lipsticks that I have to really like see like what I have. But I think I'm going to declutter this one right here by Marc Jacobs. It's just a shade that I just don't use as much anymore. It's really, really light in tone. The quality was nice, but also with this, it's not available anymore. And I mean, even if it would be, it's just a product that I just don't really use. So I'm going to declutter this, and it's in the shade Moon Glow, if you guys were curious. I'm also going to declutter this gloss right here by e.l.f. in the shade Fantasy. It's just not a shade that I use, so I'm going to declutter that. I feel like also with the applicator, it's just a lot of product does not come out like when you put like the applicator in, you know? So I feel like that could be fixed. But yeah, okay, that's pretty much it. I hope this part is not boring because it's kind of like, girl, you can get rid of so much more. But I just want to make a separate video on that, so we're just gonna leave it at that. Here is where I have my also just glosses, everything that needs to be like organized, and just yeah. But I did recently put my lip liners here, and actually this Valentino lipstick that I recently purchased, just so I don't forget to use it. And I love putting my lip liners here now because instead of going to the shelves, everything is here, and I actually use my lip liners more than I used to. I think I'm gonna declutter some of these ColourPop, what are these called? Sticks? Lippy sticks, yeah. I think I'll declutter these two. Recently, I came into this drawer and I was looking for like just a shade I can grab and go with, and I thought that I would do that with these, but these are just shades that I just don't wear. But also, because they're so deep and I can't just grab and go and put it on because it just goes all over the place. But also, I'm not into these as much as I used to be. So I'm okay parting ways. I'm going to declutter Lumiere and Ziggy. And then here are what the shades look like. So more of like a mauvey nude and then like a reddish brown. Lip liners I'm still gonna keep because I have more on my shelves that I wanna go through with you guys probably. Here is where I have powders. Sometimes I'll do my makeup and just throw some brushes in here. I really, really like this one by Huda. I have to tell you guys, it is such a good loose powder. The Fenty one is fantastic. Recently purchased this from TJ Maxx because I was in what's called Miami and I needed a loose powder, and I remember I love this. This is my second one. I finished one off a while ago. But so for this drawer, I'm gonna get rid of this Liora.y. No, sorry, Derma Blend loose powder. I just never got into this. Had it for a minute, but there are other loose powders that I prefer over this one. I also kind of feel like this leaves a little bit of a white cast, so I'm gonna declutter. I think they might actually have one that's more of like a skin tone color for me, so I might pick that up, but this white one has got to go. And then I have these from Essence, which I have to just give some love to. I think I'm gonna keep what's in here. This I love, but I chose out the lightest shade, and it's just so light for me, so I don't use it as much. I did go through a full one of these though. It's my second one. But yeah, I don't use this as much because it's so light, but we're still gonna keep it for now. I think I will, let's see here. Yeah, we'll declutter this. So I typically don't look for matte powders, and also this is like super stark white for me, so I'm gonna declutter that. Okay, great. Now I think I have room for the Huda powder. Let's see. I think so. Yeah, push this over. Yay. Okay. Oh, and then I recently put my liners here. I have to declutter some of those. But, okay, whatever. Most of them are good, though. Okay, then finally in this drawer here, I'm going to declutter some mascaras and some brow products. So this Brow Blade by Urban Decay is one that I need to say goodbye to. On one side you get like the brow pen, on the other side it's a brow pencil. The pen is like dried out. It's just not my favorite. Maybe I'll pick up a deeper shade to see if it works well, but I think I'm going to declutter that. And then, I don't know, unfortunately I'm going to declutter this by Rare Beauty. Yeah, so it has like a 3D shape to it. It gives me a very messy brow look, like not messy in a nice messy way, but like messy where it's like, what's up with your brows? So I'm gonna declutter this, but I thought the concept was cool because on this side you get like the tinted brow gel. I think I used this like 2 or 3 times, so it's still fairly new, but I think I'm gonna say goodbye. For brow products here, I'm gonna keep everything here. I recently decluttered just a bunch here, so everything here is our item. Everything in these sections are items that I use. Here I'm going to declutter this right here by Charlotte Tilbury because I actually have a full size of the same mascara. I believe it's the same one. Yeah, I really, really like this. Good stuff. I finished this off, so it's practically almost done, so we're going to say goodbye to that. And then I think I'm going to declutter the e.l.f. Big Mood Mascara too. The wand is just way too huge on go. It does an okay job for the lashes. Not my favorite, not the worst thing ever, but would I repurchase? Probably not. It's just like really big, and I typically like big wands, but this is just like, let me show you. Yeah, so here's what it looks like. Now there's something about it that I wasn't fully obsessed with, so I'm gonna declutter this. Okay, so here's a little bit of an overview of what I'm getting rid of. And like I typically say in these kind of videos, it's not like an absolute ton, but you'll be surprised. 2 in each section really adds up, like 2 and 2 and 2. And I do these videos, I would say maybe once a month. So it's just a good way for me to get rid of a little bit and not feel overwhelmed and not feel like I need to get rid of like 90 pieces of something, you know what I mean? So yeah, I'm really happy with the items that I'm saying goodbye to, and happy to have a little bit more breathable space in the drawers. Okay, so that is pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing a little bit of what I decluttered, a little bit of my like makeup collection. Hopefully I'll have like a full in-depth makeup collection video live sometime in January, I want to say. I'm really happy with what I have, like now more than ever, because I really feel like I have goodies that I really, really use for the most part. But yeah, I'm looking forward to your comments, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.